We all make our own karma, but it affects those we are interconnected with. Part 2, final conclusion. Because the first part may not have revealed why. And so here is the final conclusion, which began with quoting an imaginary monk called Steve from a comedy, a Thai comedy about Buddhist monks, and a foreign Farang monk who could not remember his own name even, or what a monk should do, but he was a monk, he had amnesia. So in this final episode of karma, we make our own karma, but it affects those you're interconnected with. On the other episode I was watching of this comedy, there was a girl who they thought tried to kill herself. She didn't actually, but they thought she had. And Monk Steve says to the girl that, I heard you were going to kill yourself. Do you know, if you had succeeded, that the most pain that would have been experienced would have been by your parents, who were sat next to her, and they both looked very sad. And she looked at them and realized, of course, that killing herself, apart from being bad karma, out of the frying pan and into the fire, because according to Buddhist belief, and even Christian belief and Muslim belief, that if you commit suicide, you go to hell. I don't particularly believe that, but each to their own. I think that's more of a scare tactic, but I think it's a better mindfulness tactic to make people mindful that if you commit suicide or hurt yourself, those who love you are also hurt. And so you do make your own karma, and you suffer from I've made my life worse for myself plenty of times. Sometimes I cut my own nose off to spite my face, as they say in England, which means I make enemies or, make my life harder for myself, And that is making my own karma. But the thing is, I'm not just making my own life harder for myself. I'm making the lives of those who love me and those who are close to me harder. It is therefore also selfish. If we can see as far to see that it is selfish, then we can have enough motivation to stop that inclination. I would therefore like to dedicate this part 2, final and true explanation of the title of the podcast, that we create our own karma, we make our own karma, but it affects those we are interconnected with, because we are interconnected with the earth chemically, with each other biologically, with the universe atomically, and also electrically and frequentially, and we're all connected. And therefore, the Thai Buddhist belief that you create your own karma and that it's all your own does not mean that you are not creating karma with other people and for other people. For example, if you commit suicide, anybody you leave behind will be sad and have questions in their mind why you did it, if you didn't leave a note, and so on. So don't go doing that. Don't just think of yourself. And I'd like to dedicate this to all people with PTSD and with suicidal tendencies, and people in great sorrow, people who are at their wits' end what to do, to give you some moral support that if you need a reason to keep living, well, there's a good one. Ajahn Spencer, signing off.